let's talk about all the games happened on Friday, February 2nd, 2024. Okay, the first game is the Clippers beat the Detroit Pistons 136-125. We have Kawhi Leonard continue to be absolutely amazing. 33 points, 6 threes, crazy good efficiency. And on a per game basis, Kawhi Leonard is the 4th ranked player. And how many games he played? He played 43. Just amazing. Paul George had just played 27. Had an okay game with 7 assists, 3 steals, and a block. The defensive stats are pretty good. I mean, it is versus Detroit, so everybody's going to eat a little bit. Harden really struggled, goes 1 for 10. But he's going to be okay. Russell Westbrook had an amazing game, 10 for 13 with 9 assists and 2 steals, 23 points. But again, Russell Westbrook, he's not getting consistent minutes. But this is obviously a great one for him. And the Clippers put up 136 points, 60% shooting with 48% from 3. We look at Detroit, Kate Cunningham, he's, 11 assists is good enough. But I think overall, he's had a disappointing year. Maybe just not up to expectation, I think. Didn't really have a breakout year. His efficiency and high turnovers, are still a pretty major issue, I would say. Jaden Ivey, 28 points with 3 threes, no defensive stats. He needs to be rostered. Ausar Thompson had played 26 minutes. Again, the minutes is not there, but added 2 steals and a block. I would take it. Jalen Duren, the rebounds are super consistent. The field goal, he really needs to get more defensive stats, especially blocks. And Bogdanovic had 26 points with 6 threes. Try to sell him, always. We look at the next game. The Wizards lost to Miami Heat at home. Finally, Miami picks up a win. This is good for them. And Jimmy Butler, 24 points. This is such a Jimmy Butler line. But 9 for 13, he should be better. And he will be better from the free throw line. Bam Adebayo, 20 points and 14 rebounds, pretty good. But no assist and just 1 block. Tyler Hero has been really bad. I think before he got hurt, earlier this season, he was amazing. And getting the defensive stats. Now he's shooting. Just Terry Rozier, 11 for 11 from the free throw line. Okay, 2 for 13. I think offensively he's struggling in a pretty major way. But he's doing the other things. Like a couple games ago, he had 10 assists. Like he's racking up a lot of assists. So he's still a must roster, but we know that him getting traded is not good for his fantasy value overall, right? For the Wizards, Danny Advia is a must roster, played 34 minutes. One thing I noticed is like the Wizards guys, they're getting more minutes, which is why Jordan Poole, another horrible game, but he had 32 minutes. And if he's out there on the waiver wire, which he is, I think in a lot of leagues, and if you need points, threes, free throws, and even some assists, I will pick him up. He could go on a run like Jalen Green is going through right now. And maybe can win you the league. He does have good upside, but it just 80% chance it never comes. Tyus Jones played just 26 minutes. He's still a hold, obviously. Just Corey Kispert had it going, so like he got a few minutes. Daniel Gafford played well. Wow, actually really well. 14 rebounds. Daniel Gafford has been good all year. Kyle Kuzma not the best game here. But Daniel Gafford is, on the season, Daniel Gafford is the 34th ranked player. I didn't really talk about him. He's just kind of doing his thing all season. 26 minutes with, just 11 points, 8 rebounds, but 2.1 blocks, 1 steal, 68% shooting. All those numbers are just amazing. Moving on to the next game, we have the Phoenix Suns lost to the Atlanta Hawks. Well, we just saw the Suns picking up a few wins here and there. And then they lost to the Hawks. Well, it is on the road, so it's okay. They're 7-3 still in the last 10. KD had a big game, 35 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists with 5 threes, 2 steals, and a block. Yeah, I mean, KD, 30. Look at these guys' minutes, super heavy minutes. Bradley Beal, 10 assists is good, but he really needs to do more. I mean, given the minutes he plays, you would think he'll be doing more things, but not really. Devin Booker, 24 points, with 6 rebounds and 4 assists and a steal with 3 threes. Okay, that's not a bad game from D Book. And Grayson Allen continue to do his thing, just getting a lot of defensive stats. In my opinion, Grayson Allen is a must roster. For the Hawks, Trae Young played 42 minutes, 32 points, 15 assists. Here we go, 3 steals and a block. DeJounte Murray, these two guys just getting amazing, huge minutes. Same thing with Jalen Johnson. Just another good game. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 threes, a steal and a block. Clint Capella and Okongwu, both guys just split the minutes. Where is actually let me see where is Capella ranked this year. And we all know like he's 79th ranked player, still good. 10.5 rebounds and 1.6 blocks and 57%, but just nothing else. Yeah, but the rebound alone might be worth it, especially in category leagues. Okongwu, where is he ranked? He's getting like decent blocks overall, I would say. Okongwu is actually ranked 116th ranked player. But actually the trade deadline is coming up, so who knows? If one of them gets traded, the other person can be a top 50 player. So he's a hold for one more week, whenever the trade deadline is. The next game is the Kings beat the Pacers 133-122. Big game from, okay game from De'Aaron Fox. Actually, big game. 25 points is okay, but six steals and a block. Huge numbers from De'Aaron. Kevin Huerter played well. Harrison Barnes played well. Keegan Murray not so much. And Malik Monk. So these guys, like, I think Keegan Murray is a must roster, but he has games like this. Malik Monk, in my opinion, is also a must roster, but he just doesn't get enough minutes. But in 27 minutes, he can put up 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, and his assist is really good. So that also makes him a must roster. But Kevin Huerter, Kevin Huerter and Harrison Barnes, these guys are super inconsistent. So I would stream these two guys, but not roster them. And of course, Sabonis just put up amazing numbers day in and day out. And it's a good win over the Pacers on the road. And I think Tyrese Halliburton. What is going on? Like, they're playing him. I think they just want him to get the awards, right? They want him to play the minimum number of games for him to qualify whatever. This is why he's out there. He's out there playing. This is the second game he played 20 minutes. Came off the bench actually. So if he's playing 20 minutes, we gotta have T.J. McConnell. 25 minutes of T.J. McConnell. He's gonna, especially if we need assists and steals. 7 assists and 2 steals, pretty good. Benedict Mathurin, meanwhile, huge game, 37 minutes. But I just don't know. Like, one game he gets 37, the other game he doesn't. He also had a goal in this game, which was why he played extra minutes. But huge game, and with Miles Turner out, Isaiah Jackson played. That's impressive. He's able to play 27, and committed only 3 fouls. I don't think Miles Turner is going to be out for an extended period of time. And Buddy Hield hit 3 threes and 2 steals. The minutes just weird with Buddy. Like Aaron Nesmith could be, a lot of guys on this thing. You could stream like TJ, Aaron Nesmith, Buddy Hield also. Minutes is super up and down. And then we have Pascal Siakam had chipped in 22 points. I don't know how many more wins Pascal is really gonna. Is he really raising their floor by a lot? Sorry, their ceiling by a lot. I am not sure. It seems like since he got traded, he really hasn't had a big game yet. Not yet, at least. The next game is, the Rockets are winning. They beat the shit out of the Raptors at home, 135-106. And Emmanuel Quickly is back. Dennis Schroeder plays 22. Yeah, we got to think about just dropping Dennis Schroeder and move on. If he's just playing 20 minutes, if he doesn't get us 5 assists a game, I don't think maybe trade him for one more week. Hold on to him because trade deadline is coming up. There could be some changes. Emmanuel Quickly played well. I think we all know he's a must roster. Gary Trent Jr. played just 26. Maybe it's also because the blowout. I would roster him if I'm looking for threes and steals, right? Jacob Poeltl, he came back. That's good. Had 2 blocks. And fouled out. Yeah, he's a must roster. If he's out there on the waiver wire, go pick him up. And Bruce Brown, I think he's just playing really well lately. I think RJ is still out, but let's just grab him and see how things go. right? He's getting good minutes on this team so far and grabbing a lot of defensive stats, 2 steals and 2 blocks here. Scotty did his thing, 28 points, but it's not enough versus the Rockets. And how about Jalen Green? Well, this game he didn't really do that well, but the past week has been insane. He has been insane. Efficiency is insane, getting the defensive stats, scoring over 30 points. So we gotta try to sell high him at the same time, but if you got him, congratulations. He might have a breakout second half, maybe he figures something out. Fred VanVleet, just low minutes because this game really wasn't close. 6 assists and 2 threes is good enough, and added a block. Jabari Smith and Dylan Brooks, none of them really did anything here. But this Rockets team, they're going for that playoff spot. Same thing with same thing with the Warriors. They also got a win, 126-101. Nice. The Warriors, they are picking up a few wins. Actually, they're just 4-6 in their last 10. But I think they won 2 straight. So that's good. Curry, just a very mediocre game, 6 assists with 20 points. Curry in fantasy this year, he just hasn't been as good. Just not as good. And I would say like the major thing is just lack of assists and defensive stats. While Draymond Green is a must roster, Draymond is gonna turn the ball over 3 times a game, and commit a bunch of fouls. But 12 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 blocks is amazing. So let's go grab him if he's out there on waiver. And I know, beginning of the season, he really wasn't even doing much, because he wasn't getting that many steals and blocks. But once those come, and they try to win games, his assist number gonna look good. His assists to Curry and Clay, though, those are easy assists. He should rack up 6-7 assists a game, no problem. Jonathan Kuminga, how about him? He's a must roster. I think we know that. 29 points again with 2 steals. He's just being on an insane stretch. Insane. Maybe he's that good. Maybe the Warriors are holding him back. Maybe they should have given him more minutes earlier. But he's putting up numbers. It's working out. And Andrew Wiggins had just 9 points and a 3. Not the best game. And how about Podziemski? 14 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Well, he actually got all the assists. Insane. So let's go grab him after this game. Maybe he has another game on Saturday. So if you're looking for some rebound assists and threes, you could stream him and just see how things go. But he's not gonna be this good every game, obviously. But a good win for the Warriors. And then for the Grizzlies, we know Vince Williams Jr. is a must roster. He went 2 for 5 from the free throw here. Not ideal, but he's obviously continues to remain to be a must roster. Santi Aldama, I thought he's a must roster. Played just 21 minutes. That's the part with some of the Grizzly guys is one game he played 38, another game he doesn't play any minutes. I would still hold on to him just to see how things go. Right, Jaren Jackson Jr., huge game, but his efficiency is really no good. Another game, 8 for 21, 2 steals and 2 blocks is good. John Conchar, we gotta think about rostering him too. 28 minutes, but again, these guys' minutes is really up and down. It's hard to say. Like, do you want to roster? How long can you hold on to Santi Aldama if he doesn't play 30 minutes the next 2 games, even though he's starting? But Vince Williams' minutes has been good, so he's a no-brainer, must roster at the moment. Moving on to the next team, the Magic beat the Timberwolves. Okay, this is fairly impressive. Banchero had 23 minutes, 6 assists. I just think Magic really need Franz Wagner, because without him they haven't been good. And ever since he came back, they started climbing. Because otherwise, Banchero is going to put up 25 shots a game and shoot 40%, and they lose games. Wendell Carter Jr., look at the minutes. Okay, hey, let's go grab him if he's out there on the waiver wire. 37 minutes. Huge minutes. Let's go grab him if, he's still somehow on the waiver wire. I think we all know who Wendell Carter Jr. is. He doesn't get a lot of defensive stats. He gets a bunch of rebounds. He hits some threes, right? As a center, maybe scored 15 points. Playing 37 minutes, he would have averaged 15 points. Jalen Suggs, wow, would you look at the minutes? 2 steals and a block, 4 threes, 15 points. It's weird. Jalen Suggs, with guys out, he was getting 28, 29. This game he got 36. This is also a fairly competitive game, so I don't know that, because you still have a lot of guards, right? You have Markelle Fultz who just played 23 minutes, and then you have Cole Anthony playing 11, Garrett Harris, Joe Ingles, but Jalen Suggs, yeah, Markelle Fultz and Jalen Suggs need to be rostered. I think that's pretty clear. For the Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels, I think 1 year maybe he tricked us. 1 year he averaged like 1 block in like he averaged a lot of blocks, but now this year, given the high minutes, he's not really doing. He's not getting the defensive stats. He's 169th ranked player, and on the season, just 0.9 steals and 0.5 blocks. That's not gonna cut it. Even though the minutes has been good, he fouled out. He had 5 fouls in 31. Karl Anthony Towns, not the best game, had 2 blocks, and Rudy 16 rebounds and 2 blocks. Anthony Edwards also did not have the best game. Still had 22 points, 50%, but didn't really get to the free throw line. And Mike Conley had 9 assists and 3 steals. Well, this Timberwolves team, let's see how they finish the season. Let's see how they finish the season. They are a great defensive team, which could be for sure, right? In the playoffs, if you're a great defensive team, chances are you're gonna do pretty good. Moving on to the next game, we have Charlotte Hornets going to Oklahoma City Thunder, and of course they get clapped by OKC. Well, Cody Martin plays just 21 minutes, but I would like to have him on the roster. And LaMelo Ball is still out. This is the pain. Drafting a star player on a bad team like Charlotte Hornets is, if you're injury prone to begin with, oh man, you're out for so many games. Brandon Miller, meanwhile, is absolutely must roster. Look at this line: 5 threes, 28 points with 3 steals and 2 blocks. Nick Richards, same thing, absolutely must roster. 11 rebounds in the block, and with 30 minutes, Miles Bridges, of course, is a must roster, but he's horrible here, minus 36. PJ Washington had 5 turnovers, but yeah, like Nick Richards and Brandon Miller on this team need to be picked up. All the other guys, I think, if LaMelo comes back, they all lose a few minutes, but you could stream like this game Bryce McGowens, play 25 minutes. I don't think he usually put up a good line. Cody Martin usually put up some good defensive stats, so he's a guy. But if you want to pick up Bryce just to see how things go the next few games, I don't mind it. Depending on how good the Charlotte Hornets schedule is, if it makes sense for you to pick up some of these guys. For the OKC, Shea, of course, oh my God, 5 steals and 3 blocks versus the bad team, 9 assists, and he did all that in 29 minutes. And also Jalen Williams is out, and look at Josh Giddey's minutes, no change. If anything, he only played 19 because of the blowout. This is a big red flag. Shed Holmgren had a steal and 2 blocks, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, had an okay game, a good decent game. I mean, you can't complain about that line. And Cason Wallace, I think as long as Jalen Williams is out, you can stream Cason Wallace for some defensive stats, as for some threes. He's going to come in and hit some threes and get you some defensive stats. So we could look at him. But a great win for Oklahoma City Thunder. Moving on, the New Orleans Pelicans barely beat the Spurs, 114-113. And Zion Williamson had a big game. 33 points versus Victor Wembanyama. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and still on the block. Pretty good. Valanciunas, 18-9 versus Wembanyama. Although he was a minus 15 while Zion was a plus 15. Brandon Ingram had a Brandon Ingram game, except he got the defensive stats, which is good. CJ McCollum, mediocre game, and Herbert Jones continued. Wow, Herbert Jones actually did not play, so Trey Murphy played just 26 minutes. And without Herbert Jones, he only played 27. So this is concerning. Again, these guys, they are, if they get 30 to 35 minutes, they're must roster players. But Trey Murphy is not at the moment. You could stream him for threes and defensive. Same thing with Herbert Jones. These are streamers at the moment. For the Spurs, I mean, I'm just afraid to even read Wembanyama's stats every game. Just super impressive. 5 offensive rebounds, 14 rebounds in 28 minutes. Okay, 7 assists. Okay, 2 steals and 3 blocks. Big turnover numbers, but man, this man is amazing. Per minute, he's the best, one of the best per minute fantasy players. Like if we look at per minute, he's probably already up there. One thing really he's got to fix on, which is not even a big issue, is just improve the efficiencies. But the counting numbers are already insane, right? Points, rebound, assists, steals, and blocks. So these numbers are already insane. Devin Vassell hit 5 threes. That's amazing. Trey Jones had 7 rebounds and 7 assists. Continue to be must roster players. And how about Jeremy Sohan? 16 rebounds, must roster. 3 for 6 from the free throw line is a little bit bad, but must roster. Absolutely must roster. And Zach Collins played just 19 minutes. Yeah, I mean, ever since like the beginning of the season, they would start Zach Collins and Wembanyama, and Wembanyama wasn't grabbing a lot of rebounds. Now he is. I think they figured out maybe if it makes more sense to just play Wembanyama at the center. More favorable matchups for him. And the last game of the night, of course, Denver beats Portland at home, 108-120. And Jokic, a monster triple-double. Yeah, I want to see what the MVP odds is at the moment. Joel Embiid is out of it. So now who is going to grab the MVP? To be honest, right now it's Shea and Tatum and Jokic. But out of the three, right, I feel like Tatum is not carrying the team as much. So depending how we finish the season, I gotta check the odds, but it's probably Jokic, to be honest. But if OKC ends up being the number 1 seed in the West, it's gotta be Shea. Actually, let me see. Are they? Yeah. Well, Thunder right now is on the top. So, yeah. Okay, we look at Portland. Jeremy Grant was out, so Jabari Walker still played just 21 minutes. It's a big sell high for Malcolm Brogdon. He didn't play the best game here, but 35 minutes. I don't think he's gonna get hurt. He's gonna come back and come off the bench. Who knows? And how about Scoot Henderson? Played 37 minutes. Wow. Big game from Scoot Henderson, but no defensive stat, 30 points. Good from the free throw line. So overall, a really amazing game from Scoot. Sure, like if you're punting field goal and turnovers and you're looking for points and assists, sure, go pick him up. Otherwise, he's too inconsistent to be useful on your team for now. But T. Thibault played 23 minutes, still on the block, did his thing. Fernie Simons, of course, scored 29 points, 2 steals, and 4 threes. DeAndre Ayton, for whatever reason, played just 26 minutes. I don't know how. I mean, he was a minus 16 versus Jokic, but anybody would struggle versus Jokic. For the Denver Nuggets, of course, what a game from Jokic. 27 points, 22 rebounds, 12 assists, and 12 blocks. This line is just ridiculous. 69% from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And Jamal Murray struggled a little bit, but almost had a triple-double. 3 for 15 from the 3. It doesn't matter. They still won by 12, despite Murray shooting. Like, this game, yeah, they didn't shoot the ball that well from 3 at all, but it doesn't matter. Michael Porter Jr. had 13 points. Aaron Gordon had 18. They're just doing their thing. And KCP, if you're looking for defensive stats and threes, he only took 2 threes this game here, but had 16 points. Went to the free throw line 7 times. Reggie Jackson had played 24 minutes. And that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.